U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has arrived in Tel Aviv to meet with Israeli leaders and show U.S. support for Israel. It all comes as Israel's military has called for civilians to evacuate Gaza City within 24 hours as a ground offensive is anticipated. This is adding to worries of a growing humanitarian crisis for civilians in Gaza. ABC's Faith Abube has the latest.
This morning, new signs that Israel may be on the verge of escalating its retaliatory strikes against Hamas with a ground offensive in Gaza. The Israeli Defense Forces on social media overnight calling on all residents of Gaza City to evacuate their homes within the next 24 hours and move south for their own protection. The area under unrelenting and devastating Israeli airstrikes since Hamas militants crossed the border 7 days ago and brutally killed at least 1,200 people in Israel. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken describing to ABC News horrifying images the Israeli government released showing some of the slaughtered victims.
A young infant riddled with bullets, a family hugging each other in a death embrace, having been burned to death. Beheaded soldiers, more. It almost defies human comprehension precisely because it's not human.
The Biden administration says it's working to free at least 17 Americans still missing, possibly being held as hostages by Hamas. Meantime, the administration beginning the evacuation of thousands of U.S. citizens stuck in Israel as the war intensifies.
We're working hard on this. We know there's a demand signal out there, and we're going to try the best we can to meet it.
The war already fueling a humanitarian disaster on the Gaza Strip. Hospitals at a breaking point. Palestinians trapped by the war, desperate for water, food, medicine, and electricity.
The situation is just unbelievable, catastrophic, and devastating for us.
And today, law enforcement agencies across the country are stepping up security after a former Hamas leader called for a global day of rage. So far, though, we are told no specific or credible threats have been reported. In Washington, Faith Abube, Channel 6 Action News.